Today we're doing a deep dive on the man who you could say drafted the blueprints for the 20th century before it even happened.
Uh-huh.
We are talking about the author of the Voyages extraordinaires, Jules Verne.
And just to give everyone a sense of his scale, Verne is the second most translated author in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, he's right up there between Agatha Christie and William Shakespeare.
That's incredible company to keep. So our mission here isn't just to, list his greatest hits.
Right.
It's to figure out how a guy born in 1828 managed to write fiction that basically predicted electric submarines and space travel. We need to look at his actual method.
It starts with the sheer volume of his work. I mean, most people know the big ones, right? 20,000 Leagues, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Around the World in 80 Days, of course.
Exactly. But the full Voyages Extraordinaires series is, get this, 62 novels and 18 short stories.
That's a massive output, and he was very specific about what he was writing, wasn't he? He didn't want it just thrown in with fantasy.
Not at all. He actually coined the term scientific novels
Scientific novels, I love that.
because he wasn't writing magic. He was writing extrapolation. And if you look at his childhood, this mix of rigid science and wild adventure, it makes perfect sense.
Tell me more.
Well, he was born in Nantes. His father, Pierre, was a very strict lawyer. But his mother, Sophie, came from a whole family of navigators and ship owners.
So you've got the rule of law on one side and the romance of the sea on the other. That is a recipe for a serious identity crisis.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
And it led to some rebellion. There's that famous legend that when he was 11, he tried to stow away on a ship to India.
Oh, I've heard this one. It was to get a coral necklace for his cousin, right?
That's the story. A little too perfect for a romantic writer's origin, maybe.
It sounds a little embellished.
And it was. The family probably added the romantic details later on. The real story is a bit more grounded. He was caught playing on a ship. His dad yelled at him, and that was that.
But the core of it, the resistance to his father's plan, that was real.
Absolutely. He was sent to Paris in 1848, supposedly to study law, but he just ended up hanging out in literary salons with guys like Victor Hugo and Alexandre Dumas.
And eventually he had to choose.
Yep. His father offered him the family practice, and Verne just flat out refused. He wrote this amazing letter saying, "I can make a good writer and will be nothing but a bad lawyer."
He knew what he was, but this is the key part, I think. He didn't just sit in a cafe waiting for inspiration. He went to work.
That is the big differentiator. He basically treated the National Library like his personal database.
So he wasn't just imagining things.
No, he was aggregating data. He spent all day, every day, just devouring scientific journals, geography books, engineering patents. He didn't invent the submarine from nothing. He read about early prototypes and then extrapolated.
He was processing data. And that's exactly what the publisher Pierre-Jules Hetzel saw in him back in 1861.
Hetzel was so important, he actually rejected Verne's first draft of a book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he saw the potential. He told him, rewrite this, but make it a scientific adventure. That became 5 weeks in a balloon, and it was a smash hit.
And that led to the big contract.
2 volumes a year. For decades, you can't keep that pace up without a system.
So what was the system?
He was incredibly disciplined. He had this massive card catalog of notes, all classified by subject, a huge index of the world's knowledge. He even said, "I never start a book without knowing what the beginning, the middle, and the end will be."
So they were engineered, not just dreamt up. But he cared about the writing itself, too, the style.
Oh, deeply. He wrote to Hetzel once, "I seek to become a stylist. It is the idea of my whole life." He wanted the art to match the science.
So if we bring this all together, what's the takeaway for us today? It's not just be creative, is it?
Not at all. It's that true innovation, true foresight, it requires serious grunt work. Verne showed that the future isn't in some crystal ball. It's buried in academic journals and patent filings that most people just don't bother to read.
The data is already there. You just need the discipline and the imagination to connect the dots.
Precisely.
He did all that from a desk in the 19th century. It really makes you wonder, what could you predict about the 22nd century if you just spent a week reading the right technical papers today?
The facts are out there, waiting. We just have to do the reading.